Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, it's another day, and I'm out here working, trying to get this gate and fence project done, or at least this part of it. You see the female white turkey is still over here. I don't know why, but she prefers this middle pen. And Sue and the Rhode Island Reds are still over in the first one. Now, earlier this morning, I threw out a scoop of regular layer pellets because I knew their feeders were low last night when I quit, but I didn't want to fill up this morning, so I threw them both a scoop in here and in the middle pen, and there's a lot left from both. This group ate more of it than the middle pen. They're still out there pecking at it too, but it's been about 4 hours and there's still a bunch left. What they want is that corn scratch feed. So I'm probably fixing to give them a little bit of that, but they are enjoying the little added room to their run. Doesn't seem like a lot, but to the chickens it's a lot, and it gives them quite a bit more room. It's probably 20% more, which is okay. So I've still got to run the chicken wire on those 2 posts so I can take that big 12-foot gate down. But I did go and buy latches, and let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Just like the other latches I bought, I really like those latches. This is a little bit snug, but that's okay. It'll wear out over time. But I like them latches because they got that long shackle, and if there's a gap like there is here, fills that gap easy. And I even put the bracket on there, which you could, take up more space. But what I did here different than I did the other gates, because this is the main gate that I will be going in and out of. First of all, that fence got me through my shirt when I was mounting that stuff. So learn to poke your butt out a little bit, because that fence will zap you through your clothes. So learned my lesson there. But all the other gates I've put up, that one that we built's got a latch on this side, and that one's got a latch on the inside. But those gates go from run to run. So if it got left open by a grandchild or even me or something, the chickens aren't getting out. They're just going to mix with another flock. No big deal. Same way with the turkeys. Of course, Junior will let me know they're picking on him if these two get mixed. But what I did today, I bought an extra latch. So you see I've got this one here. So once I go in, I just leave it open. I don't have to reach over. I was really thinking of my grandkids. They like to go in and hold Sue and, watch me feed and all that stuff and gather the eggs. So I put a latch on the inside as well. That way, when I'm inside, I don't have to reach over this electric wire, and my grandkids and my children don't have to reach over the electric wire. They can latch it from here, and when they go out, they latch the other one. And that just made a lot of sense. And those latches were only $6 and change with tax. So that's pretty good. So now the project, if I can take this high humidity we're having, is to get this 12-foot piece or 13-foot piece of chicken wire put up where this gate was, so I can take the gate down. But this one's been a little bit tight since I put it in, so I drilled that hole out a little bit bigger, just so it's got a little more play, a little easier to work. Need to move those sharp wires. Trying to think of my grandkids' little fingers, where I might poke one of them. But if you open this one and then pull it back to behind you, it stays. It doesn't fly open unless the wind blows it hard. So that's not a big deal if we're going over there to get the eggs or in here or whatever. So one latch on one side is plenty. But I kind of like that idea, a latch on each side. It was cheap, and it just makes things a little bit more secure when I'm in here, filling feeders, gathering eggs, cleaning chicken pens, whatever it is. Because like I raked and shoveled this one out the other day. So when I throw it all out in the run, they'll spread it, but it just makes things a little bit easier on me. That gate's plenty high off the ground. I could go up another 1/2 inch with it, and it would be fine. But I'm enjoying it so far. I like the way it came out. I wish that pole was a little straighter, but hey, like I said, it's a fence post. How perfect does it have to be? But anywho, the others are doing well. Like, even if I go up to this first gate we built and put up, first one between the runs, if you look at the gap between the original landscape timber that is a post and the gate, it's not that far off. It's about 1 inch at the bottom, 1.5 inches at the top. It's not that far off. I plumbed this post when I put it up, so it's not that bad. And actually, considering the gaps at the bottom down here is 1/2 inch and there's none at the top, if it was straight, it probably would be even. That post is pretty well square and plumb. But either way, I'm gonna leave this gate. Well, probably I went and bought more nails, and y'all know how it is. I went and bought another pound box of the small fence nails for the chicken wire. And as soon as I got back, went to get the drill to drill them holes out, and that's where I left the box. So now I got 2 boxes, but that's okay. That's okay. It ain't gonna hurt me to have extra. This lock's been like this for, I'd say, a year or more. Haven't had a problem with it, so I don't plan on changing that one no time soon. It's just a walk through anyway. I can't come through with the mower there. It's about 36, 38 inches wide, but my mower will not fit through it. So even if I made it wider, it would be a tight turn to come from the building in through that gate. So that's why I didn't bother with trying to make that one bigger, make it a more accessible gate. Where these, I can come in, cut this little bit of grass if it's still alive when it's time to cut again, and open that gate and go right in there and cut it. And there's no sharp corners that I can't get to with the mower deck. There's only one place here that I can't get with the mower, and that's between that peach tree and the fence right there. That's a little bit tight, and I've thought about trying to pull the T-post up and stretch it a little further out. It'll almost fit, but I'm about 1 foot off, so I'm not going to worry with that. It'll be all right. The turkeys love eating the seeds off the top of the grass, by the way. If you've never watched them do it, they put it in their mouth and they slide down it and pull all the seeds off and eat the seeds and leave the grass. So it's cool to sit and watch them feed. But anywho, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna try to get this wire done today, since I've got all my nails, the ones I bought and the ones I found. Get this wire put up so I can take that gate down and that 4x4 support, and try to get it all finished. And that way, like, I walk up to this gate sometimes, and this happened yesterday. Walked up to the gate and leaned over, and both males were right here, and they freaked out and took off because I surprised them. They didn't know I was walking up. Well, with chicken wire fence there, I won't be able to do that, and I don't want them to run from me, you know, get used to being surprised and all that. But either way, it's early today, so I'm not going. I haven't gotten any eggs today. I got 3 yesterday, 2 from here and 1 from there. So, and I told y'all that. So I expect to get an egg or 2 or 3 today, but we'll see. You know, they can't make them lay if they don't want to. But I'm pleased with it. It's looking a lot better. Again, this piece of fence that used to go across right here is a whole lot tighter. It's got some waves in it. That's because it's not straight, but it is tight. The wire's tight. So I'm fine with that. So let me shut up and get back to work and get finished, and I'll show y'all when I get done with it. Well, all right, guys. All I've got left is cutting this landscape timber right here. I've already cut the fence. Got to cut that landscape timber and put 1 or 2 more nails down there at the bottom of the fence. Everything else is done. The old gate's laying out here. I've reconnected the wire, ran me a piece on top of the new divider. It's hot. It's popping that 7,000 volt light. And basically I was getting a light pop on the 7,000 volts. And I realized that that new fencing and all that fencing in there was not connected to the old fencing. And that's where the ground is on the chicken wire fence. So I cut a piece here and tied it together to the old fence. And basically continued to ground through. And it started popping it a lot harder. So maybe that'll keep them from wanting to fly over. That one black Easter egg or hen, is she likes staying over here with the turkeys and the other 3 hens. And the white turkey likes to stay over there. So I'm going to leave them like that if that's the way they want to be. But the smaller of the 2 toms here, the one that's not as black, see how black that one is. This one's a lot more brown, but his tail is so much prettier. Look at there. It's not missing any tail feathers. The one that was dominant, you see how straggly his tail feathers are. But this other one's been strutting for a couple of days now. So they're both strutting, but that one's got the prettier tail. But the other one, I believe, is the dominant. That one right there that just puffed up. But they don't fight each other, at least I guess because they were raised together. I don't know. But they're in with that one female turkey and they seem to be content. And she's just as happy being over there. And as you can see, every time I get off that grass from doing whatever I'm doing, they all come right back to it. I'm wondering how long that grass is going to last before there's no grass there. We'll just have to see. I see a little piece of scrap electric fence wire on the ground over there. I need to get in there and pick up. Other than that, the job's done. It's not stretched super tight, but it's as tight as I could pull it by hand. I got to the end of the roll, and all I had left was that old where they fold it all up and start the roll. And it made it kind of hard to pull straight and tight, but it's a lot tighter than the old piece of cross here used to be. So. And like I say, I did run a wire across the top. That way, hopefully that'll stop them from wanting to fly back and forth. And I think they should be happy with it. They sure are enjoying the grassy area. And now there's not anywhere they can't see each other through all the pins. And maybe I won't be walking up on them, scaring them to death when they're on the back side of that gate right there. I got to take that metal off, which it's trash anyway. And find me a new home for that gate, which I've got one back there that's 12 feet that I'm going to use. And I've got the walk-through gate up front. And I've got the 8-foot gate here. And my truck will drive through that 8-foot gate. It's going to be a little bit tight, but it'll go. So maybe the next paddock that I build for the goats in the wood line, I'll use that 12-foot gate for it. There's no need in wasting it. I'll just hang on to it till I need it. But I'm pleased with it, guys. I've got a few little finishing touches I've got to do. I've got the fence nails. I need to nail the gate since I stapled it. I need to cut this off, and I think I'm going to get my Sawzall out and cut it instead of trying to do it with a skill saw. So cut that landscape timber off, get it finished nailed there, and nail the fence on the gate. And it should be 100% done and pretty well dog proof. Dogs aren't going to go through these gates I built. There's no freaking way. I mean, they can hit them all they want. Unless a hinge breaks or something, they're not getting through these gates. So with the landscape timbers on the bottom of the fence out here, I don't think it'll be a problem with dogs getting in there. And of course, we did it across the front edge up there also. All the back and all the way to this corner has got the goat fencing up. And then I've got the landscape timbers across all the rest of it. So Hopefully that'll keep the dogs out. And with the electric wire, that'll pretty much keep anything that wants to try to get over the fence off of it, I hope. So I'm going to finish up my few little chores, and I'm going to get all my tools put up and call it a day. The humidity is extremely high today. There's less chance of a rain today than there was yesterday, but look at that. Do y'all see any clear sky? Look, oh, there's a little bit peeping through right there. I mean, they said mostly sunny yesterday and it was like this, and today they said partly cloudy. Other than that, a little bit way off in the distance, it ain't partly cloudy. It's mostly cloudy. But either way, guys, I appreciate y'all watching my videos. I got to get these parts edited together to complete this video for y'all. I've got the one I did the day before yesterday and the day before that. I didn't talk about it on the video, but it took me 2 days to complete that thing. And now this one is a 3rd day. Well, actually a 3rd and 4th day, because I started it yesterday, finishing it today. So I got to get all them parts edited together. I've already filled up all the chicken feeders. I've thrown them out some scratch that occupied them while I was working on the fence there. And the chickens seem to be very happy right now. Only one I worry about really is Sue, because he's not only what I want to breed my chickens with, he's also the family pet. He'll let you pick him up and hold him. I've told y'all that before. And he doesn't have any adult hens over there, and those young hens are almost old enough he can start mounting them. And every now and then you'll see him grab one, but boy, if they get away from him, they take off and run. It's really hard for him to mount one of those hens because they're only half age. They still got another 2 months, maybe 3 months before they start laying, and hens do not want to be mounted by a rooster if they're not laying. So it just makes it hard. I feel for him, because he's over there with all them women and doesn't get to breed. And then Junior's over here, and he grabs these little black ones, and every now and then I'll see him mount one of them, whether they want him to or not. But he does grab the Easter eggers and mount them, so he's breeding with them. And then there is no rooster in the last section with the 3 new chickens and that 1 Easter egger. And I really don't want to put a rooster over there. The way them toms act toward him, they'd probably kill him. So we're going to leave it like it is. If I end up with a 3rd rooster, I'll try him in there with the toms and the female turkey, but I doubt it's going to work out. If I end up with one, you know, that'd be the way to go. But otherwise, it's going to have to be in with Sue and Junior, and establish his own place in the pecking order. But guys, I appreciate y'all. Remember, I do have a Rumble channel. I'm planning on taking my laptop to work. I've got to get in that habit. And I don't know if y'all ever heard that saying, but it takes 21 days to form a habit. If you do something 21 days in a row, it's a habit. You don't have to think about it anymore. You just do it. So I'm going to try to form a habit that I used to have, of taking my laptop to work and upload videos to Rumble. And I'm going to continue uploading to YouTube, or I should say Socialist Tube. But that's why I'm not on Facebook, because of all the crap that's on there and the censorship and everything else. I just don't tolerate that well. But my numbers are going backwards on YouTube, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to fight with them about it. I'm not a multi-millionaire that can afford to hire a $50,000 attorney and take them to court. You know, that's not what I want to do. I want to grow my channel with like-minded people that enjoy the homestead life. And, you know, during the fall and winter and early spring, when we're not super busy at work, it gives me more time to do more prepping videos, such as food storage and water storage and all that. And hopefully I'll get more of that done, since we're not super busy at work, and other than just my chicken and turkey videos. But I do appreciate y'all following along. All the comments really help grow the channel, hitting the thumbs up. Comments are the biggest thing, honestly. Comments help grow a channel more than anything else, because it lets YouTube know that, hey, people are interacting with that video. We want to promote more of that. Of course, constitutional conservatives don't get that benefit, but we're still going to try to do it anyway. So I thank y'all very much. Remember what I always tell you: Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe, be prepared.